Hi students, today we're going to talk about the distributive practice of multiplication. This is a different way for us to find products for multiplication problems. Let's take for instance a problem like this. 7 times 4. If I don't know the product for 7 times 4, I can do something different to try to figure it out. Rather than do 7 4 times, I could break up this 4 into two groups of 2. So that would be 7 times 2, and then 7 times 2 again, because that would be equal to your 4. So 7 times 2, repeated addition, would be 7 plus 7, and it is equal to 14. And then 7 times 2, of course, is 14 again. So now the only thing I would have to do is add my two products. So I would have 14 plus 14, and that equals 28. The way I could do this using an array is I would definitely have to have my, well, if you know about commutative property, which we did talk about, 7 times 4 is the same as 4 times 7. So it's the same thing. So I could either do 4 groups of 7 or 7 groups of 4. So if I do 7 groups of 4, I would do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I'm going to do the distributive practice that I was doing before, I could break my array up. If I have 7 times 2, because I could look at it, just look at this part first, that would be 7 groups of 2. That's how I would get my 14, and then this is again broken up, so that would be 7 times 2. So that's where I would get the product of 14 and 14, and then I would add those up and get 28. So that's an easy way for us to do it. So now let's think about breaking up. We're going to look at the same problem. So I'm going to write it a little bit lower. I'm going to write the same problem, 7 times 4. I'm going to draw a line here. This is a separate distributive property that we're going to take a look at. 7 times 4. I can decide to break this up instead of the 4. So let's see. I can break up the 7 into two parts. I could break it up into a 5 and a 2. So I could do 5 times, remember you have to multiply it by that factor, 4, and then 2 more is the same as 7 times 4. We're just doing it separately. So I know that 5 times 4 is 20, and 2 times 4 is 8. So then all I would have to do is add my products again. 20 plus 8 is 28. So I have the same answer. So if I want to break this up, I could do it, break up the array like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there's going to be 4 in each, because my original multiplication problem is 7 times 4. Okay, so if I want to do 5 times 4, I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 5 times 4, and then now I will only have to multiply 2 times 4. And that's how I would break that up. So what we're going to do is I'm going to need you to work out 4 problems. So you could break it up whatever way you want. You could break up the second factor, or you could break up the first factor like we did here. So you're going to show me how you're going to break it up, and also draw an array that is also divided. the way that you divided it here. So again, 5 times 4 and 2 times 4 is the same thing as 7 times 4. We're just breaking up the 7. So my array is a 7 by 4, but we're showing how we broke it up. 5 times 4, and we broke up this one 2 times 4. So that's the same again as 7 times 4. And we figured out our answer that 7 times 4 is 28. So in your journal, simply divide your page into 4 parts. And these are your 4 problems that you're going to write in there and work out using the distributive practice method. So you're going to break these up into 2 parts and also show me the array where you have divided it up, just as we did with our example problem. So you can pause the tape if you need to write the problems down, or you can replay it if needed.